are often perceived as not good pets, but any shelter animal can make a very good family addition. Animals, especially shelter animals, have a lot of emotion and love they can provide to a family. You could see it in their expression, and you can read it in their body language. I personally have 2 dogs that I've rescued that I know I was able to provide a better life for, and I love seeing them day in and day out have a life that they enjoy. While there's millions of shelter animals out there and we might not be able to save them all, by taking proactive steps, we might be able to make small ripples to help provide a better life for those animals. Some of those proactive steps include limiting breeding and making sure that we are spaying and neutering our animals to reduce the population. Most animals, especially shelter animals, are perceived as a bad pet. Most people go to purebred breeders in order to get an animal that they want to add as a family member. 7.6 million animals are put into a shelter each year, 2.6 of which are euthanized. If we can start promoting a better life in terms of spaying and neutering to help reduce the population, the ideal goal would be to reduce the euthanization of all of these animals. Most people, when they get an animal, they actually end up giving their animal back into the shelter because they don't realize the responsibility it takes. They might have disobedience issues, or they might move to a facility that doesn't allow dogs. Most people just treat their animal like it's not an addition to their family and that they can just discard it on a whim. A lot of those animals in that shelter are disowned and rehomed animals. Not all of them are strays that never had a family. These dogs and cats are left in this shelter scared and unsure of what is going on, and there are ways we can help prevent this. Some of the ways we can help prevent this are, as mentioned, are spaying and neutering our animals. Nowadays, it is very cost effective to spay and neuter our animal. Most vets offer mobile services to centralized locations, if not to your doorstep, where you can spay or neuter your animal. It is also, if you look at the price comparison of what it would take to have a dog or cat that had a litter of puppies or kittens versus your animal that you are spaying or neutering, it is cheaper in the long run to spay and neuter your animal rather than letting them run free, possibly getting pregnant and breeding, and then producing a litter. By taking these actions, the goal is to help reduce over time to help reduce the population of these animals, ideally then making it so that people seek out and learn what these shelters can provide and the quality animals that are in the shelter rather than people seeking out purebreds. Shelter animals can be just as great of a dog as a purebred. Currently, there are 28% of dogs that are bought by a person that are from a purebred facility. 29% of dogs are currently adopted from a shelter. If you can imagine, by reducing the population of our animals and promoting people to start seeking out shelters for dogs, if you can imagine what that 28% would do to reduce the numbers of those animals in those shelters, we're talking millions of dogs and cats' lives we might save from euthanization. Dogs and cats and any animal in a shelter deserve a chance of a better life. While we might not be able to save them all, we can do our part to help them and to help give them a chance at life. I know for a fact that both of my dogs that I have saved have added great value to my life, and I couldn't imagine a household without these animals. These dogs, especially the rescue dogs that I've been around, not even my own, you can tell a difference, like they know what you saved them from. They're very grateful, and they're very, very good in terms of an addition to your family. I urge you, the next time you consider getting a pet, or if you ever consider getting a pet, that you do your research and you look into spaying and neutering any animal you may get, and considering going to a shelter to find your pet. There are tons and tons of animals out there seeking a home, and they all deserve that second chance, or even that first chance of a good home. We can provide the love that these animals need and the love they can provide to us. At the end of the day, sometimes I often stop and question, who is helping who? Am I helping these animals with a better life, or are they helping provide my life for the better? Thank you.